Hello, my fellow trucketeers, and welcome to this weekly debrief. Yes! So, we are back home on a Friday night doing this because I'm off to Andover tomorrow. So, yeah, gotta do it on the Friday night after work. So, it's currently 10 past 9 at night. We're doing this. Ready for you on Sunday morning because we obviously gotta get things done. Let's silence my phone before the girls decide to start chatting like crazy in the chat, because Elena's daughters like to chat a lot. Noisy buggers. And we got a lot of stuff to cover this week. I say a lot of stuff. We got a lot of questions this week. We got about 8 questions, so there's 2 of them I'm going to leave till next week. So I do apologise to Paul Watts and David Croucher Jones. Your questions will have to wait till next week. I literally do them in order as they come, and I won't do any more than 6 in a week. So yeah, we got plenty to cover. So let's get straight into it. So obviously we're going for the week of the 24th to the, what was today, 28th of March. Christ, March is nearly over. Only a few more days. So let's get to it. So Monday we start at 5 a.m. We run from the yard to the industrial estate up the road, which is Gore Cross, to collect trailer 5. Took that to JS Highfield's yard all the way up at Lincoln, so a fair old drive over 6 hours. Dropped and swapped that to one of our other trailers that's up there. So we took recycling up there, we book it in, then drop the trailer in their yard, and then they deal with it, and then we pretty much hitch up to one of our other ones. So we had our trailer 15 up there, so I hit straight up to that, run that empty all the way to Immingham to collect fertilizer. Yes, once that was loaded, run south as far as I could, parked up in Redditch for the night. Yeah. At 7:15 p.m. So we worked a total of 14 hours and 15 minutes on Monday. We drove 9 hours and 51 minutes, and we drove a total of 459 miles. Yeah, we actually flew on Monday. We done well. So after going to bed and all that stuff, we woke up at 4:50. Well, we didn't wake up. We started at 4:15 a.m. on Tuesday. So we run away from Redditch down to the south of to words. So we run from Redditch to a farm south of Sherborne in Knighton, I think it's called, to unload the fertiliser, then run from there to Solarport in Yeovil, which is about half hour away from there. Loaded steel for Solar Site in Cornwall, yep, same one again. So I run that down to Fradden Solar Site, unloaded, and then went from there to Main Carns to pick up blocks. Seems to be a theme there, we've been doing quite a lot of that. I mean, the Solar Site is literally like a 2-minute drive around the corner from Main Carns, so it kind of works out well for us. So we loaded the blocks, and I took them all the way back to the yard, dropped the trailer in the yard for someone else to do, and then I went home. Yes, I was home on Tuesday, which was very, very nice. So we finished at 7:15 p.m. We worked pretty much bang on 15 hours that day. Just about made it back in the yard with about 10 minutes to spare to do little bits of paperwork and that before I left. Drove a total of 9 hours and 22 minutes and 409 miles, so by Tuesday we had used both of our 10-hour drives, 2 of our 15-hour days. So on Wednesday we started at 6 a.m. I ran from the yard to the workshop to collect the small flatbed trailer. Yes, we had the little urban flatbed, the tiny little thing, 7-metre load bed. Tiny little thing. Run that to Heathfield Industrial Estate near Newton Abbot, and collected a load of steelwork from there and took that to Tor Works near Shepton Mallet, which is a quarry just east of Shepton Mallet. Once that was off, we dropped a small flat at a house just up the road from here, actually, to be loaded with scaffolding, and it was quite tight down there. So then once I dropped that off, bobtailed back to the yard, shunted 2 trailers about, moving some loads about, and then fully hitched up to one of the trailers for the curtain cider, run up to Mostert and up the road to the log store, loaded a whole bunch of logs, full load of logs, 48 bags of logs for Oxford. So we run as far as Andover for the night, finished at 8:15 p.m. We had 14 hours and 15 minutes, drove for 7 hours and 23 minutes, and we drove a total of 273 miles. Funny how one day you do a 15-hour day and you'll do 500, nearly 500 miles, and the next day you'll do a 15-hour day, but you'll only do 280 miles. But yeah, by Wednesday we'd use both 10s and all 3 15s and all 9s, and yeah, all the reduced everything has been used by that point. So Thursday, yesterday, we started at 6:15 a.m. Run from Andover to Chipping Norton to unload the logs. Then from there we run to Marley Tiles in Beanham. Loaded 24 packs of tiles, which was bound Cornwall, or Cornwall bound. That's probably the correct way to say it. So we ran south as far as we could, and we parked up in little there's like a little picnic area on the A30, sort of in Bodmin Moor. So that was quite nice there. Yeah, finished at 5:15 p.m. Worked 11 hours, so cut the day short. We wouldn't have made it to the customer that night, so there's no point running all the way down there. Might as well stop somewhere that's a bit more comfortable. I had about an hour to drive in the morning. So it wasn't too bad. So yeah, 5:15 stop, so we worked 11 hours, drove 7 hours and 7 minutes, and drove a total of 336 miles. So Friday, which for me was today, started at 6:50 a.m, so late start. Run down the Dewsons and Hale. So took a little while to tip. There was another truck in there, and that he took a while to tip, and he had the same stuff as I did. So when I come in, they saw more of it. They were like, "We need to make room." So I was there for about 3 hours, but we finally got them off. So once we got that tipped, I drove around the corner, parked up for a little bit, and then I went to Helston, not far from Hale, and there. Can't really say too much about this one, but we collected a load, which is for Monday, and took that all the way back to the yard. So went and dropped that off, and then washed the truck and came home. So today we worked a total, well, we finished at 7:20 p.m, sorry, so we worked a total of 12.5 hours today. Drove for 5 hours and 44 minutes, so very short driving day. Done 245 miles. So yeah, that was my week. Quite a quietish sort of week. I think it's just a lot of long runs, so wasn't a lot of stuff in between really. Yeah, so not too bad a week. I can't really complain. Tired, but yeah, I feel I've done too much, which is nice. So we'll move on to our next segment. We'll do car of the week. Car of the week, yes. So we saw a couple of nice little cars. I say nice little cars, but saw a 205 XLD, which was a little bit ropey, but it was still going. So fair play for keeping a 205 going. My dad had a turbo diesel 205 of sorts. Can't remember what the actual model was. I was very little when he had that. Brand new as well. So shows how young I was. Then I saw a Honda Prelude, which is probably the ugliest Honda ever, but they were for some reason quite sought after. Some people sort of quite fancied them. I never really liked them. But the one that took car of the week this week was 320 E30 BMW. Not a huge fan of BMWs, but the E30s are something special. My mate Stuart actually had an E30 BMW, which was a 320, and then my mate Matt's 328 E36 blew a head gasket, so he bought the car off him, fixed, because my mate Stuart's a bloody good mechanic. I mean, really good. He's made some crazy builds. He's actually making an old Mini at the moment with a K20 swap in it. I'll post his Instagram link up here so you can check it out. He's doing all the fabrication work on it at the moment. Fantastic mechanic. Anyway, yeah, he used to have a 320, and then he took the engine out of my mate Matt's 328 Sport, put the 328, the 2.8 straight six into the 320 E30, and that thing absolutely flew. It was wild to drive. It was scary to drive. You had to be awake to drive it. But yeah, 200 horsepower and something that don't weigh much more than a ton. That went like the clappers. But yeah, check out my mate Stuart's Instagram thing. Yeah, superb mechanic. Yeah, so that was car of the week. A white 320 BMW E30. Yes. So we'll get on to our questions. Quite a lot of questions this week, so we'll get through them. We got 6 of them. Heather, aka Lady Sky, asks, how much fuel do you put in? That's a point, actually. I didn't do my my weekly totals, did I? We'll do it now. So Heather, aka Lady Sky, asks, how much fuel do you put in your truck on a weekly basis? Well, I've actually been saying that on these debrief videos, so if you want to know how much fuel I actually put in my truck this week, it's not how much fuel I use, it's how much I put in. Because I can't tell you how much I use exactly, because I'll be starting next Monday on 3/4 of a tank. So, yeah. I put in 990.82 litres of fuel this week. So, yeah. We drove a total of 1,722 miles. and we done a total of dinner's repeating on me. Done a total of 67 hours work for the week. So yes, Lady Sky, that's how much fuel I put in for this week, 990.82. It's all dependent on the week. It depends how heavy I've been running, depends how far I've been running. All sorts of things really. Depends if I have the night heater on, though it doesn't really use a great deal of fuel, so depends how long I have the engine running when I park up at night to cook me food. It's somewhere between 800 to 1,000 litres on average, I'd probably guess. So that's just my truck. So yeah. There we go. So Joe Foley. I see a lot of farm delivery trucks have extra reverse lights in steps, etc. to help reversing in the dark. I see your new one has one on the passenger side by the marker light, or the one by the fuel tank, I think, isn't it? Is it a good place to have, or have you used it at all? Just curious, because sometimes the step lights are not great as they are too tucked in by the steps and get to get any light out of them. So I see what you mean. My truck has additional lights. They're not actually extra reverse lights, but my truck does have additional work lights. So obviously the lights on the back of the cab when you're doing the Susies and that, I press the button, turns them on, but I've got additional ones on the back and the side, so they come on when I press that button. And a lot of the time I do press that when I'm reversing up as well, if it's dark, like really dark. As far as I'm concerned, you can't have enough lights when it comes to reversing in the dark. The more the merrier. Even some of our trailers have additional lights, and they're fantastic. The more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. Even it is ones over the steps, because it just helps you see something you might catch in the corner if you're not careful. So yeah, more lights, more better. There we go, simple as that. Right, we will go on to question number 3, which is from Jason White. He says, apart from the physical size, what's the difference between a normal mid-lift axle and a mini mid-lift axle? See them all the time on tippers. So he's referring to the mid-lift axle that lifts up and down. Some trucks, like mine, will have a regular size wheel on the middle, and some of them, like our little CF that I drove, Rodders, that actually has a little baby wheel for the mid-lift. Well, the reasoning for that is because you need the third axle to be able to carry 44 tons in this country. Obviously, you know that. But the mini mid-lift is just weight saving. Sometimes it gives you a little bit of extra space, so you can put like a bigger fuel tank, or maybe a hydraulic tank if you have a wet kit on your truck. So it gives you a bit more space for that. But it's purely for weight saving. Because that smaller mid-lift is lighter, it means your tipper can carry an additional however many 100 kilos of weight. So that's purely what it's for, just for weight saving. So yeah, that answers that one. Right, also, Jason has asked if I could possibly wish his wife and soulmate Paula a very happy birthday for Thursday the 3rd of April. So Paula, have a fantastic birthday on the 3rd of April. I hope you have a great day, and I hope Jason spoils you rotten. And he definitely bought you that thing that you asked for that cost a lot of money. Got you in trouble now, haven't I? Shouldn't ask me to do that. Yeah, have a fantastic birthday, Paula. I hope you have a good one. Right, question number 4 from Andy Lloyd. Will you be updating the logo with your new truck? Hopefully. Now, the person that's done my logos before, Tom, that used to do Except for Access and does the Just Another Truck and podcast, he was the ones that done my previous 2 logos for me, but I think he's changed his phone number and that, and I'm struggling to get hold of him at the moment. I left him a message on Facebook and he hasn't replied, so whether he's annoyed with me or what, I don't know, or whether he's just not interested or whatever, I don't know, but I've asked him and I haven't got a response. So I did ask Ashley Hell UK, because he's in the process of learning Photoshop, but he's tried and he can't quite figure out how to do it. So at the moment it's a no, but I do want to have my logo redone with my new truck if possible, or maybe do another logo that doesn't include the actual truck, so I'd have to keep changing the logo. So if any of you out there are good with Photoshop, by all means have a go at doing a logo similar to my current one, but with my new truck. And yeah, we'll get talking, so leave a message if you want to do that. Because I haven't got a bloody clue how to do it. So yeah, I would like to get it changed, but when, couldn't tell you. Because I don't really want to sort of get any more stickers or anything like that, or a new banner or anything, till I've got a new logo, really. Because it's a bit of a shame it's got my old truck on it, but obviously I've got a new truck. Yeah. Alright, question number 5 from Brian McKenna. Do you play Sniper Elite 5 or Sniper Elite Resistance? No. Simply no. To be honest, they're games that have always tickled my fancy, but for some reason I've just never picked them up, just never got into them. I might actually buy it and give it a go. I'm on Steam, so I might have a look, see how much it is, and might have a little go on it and play it. I just don't get time to game anymore. A bit sad, really, but there you go. Sad that I don't get time to play, not sad that I do play games. A hobby, and hobbies aren't sad. You do what you enjoy. Much like making YouTube videos. And question number 6 from Eddie Truck and Adventures. The urban flatbed without the ABS. Do you still use it, and do you have to brake differently to a trailer with ABS? Yes, we do still use it. In fact, I used it this week, so quite fitting that you actually asked that question. Yes, you do have to brake a little bit differently with it. The brake's a little bit more sensitive on it, so you just got to brake a little bit softer, otherwise it will lock the wheels up on it. Yeah, so you just got to be a little bit more careful and just plan your braking ahead a little bit further. So yeah, keep your eyes open and brake sooner, just a little bit gentler. But as soon as you got a bit of weight on it, it's absolutely fine. But light when you're empty, because it's only a light trailer as well. I think it's only like 3.5 or 4 tons or something. So yeah, you got to be just a little bit softer on the brake pedal. So yeah, hopefully that answers everybody's questions for this week. Yes, jolly good. So we will go on to... Oh, it's nearly it, isn't it? Mayhem on the roads. Nothing major. Nothing at all this week, really. I had someone overtake me and slow down a little bit, and I re-overtook them. That was about it. I literally have had no problems on the road at all this week and not seen anything bad, so no mayhem this week, I'm afraid, and sometimes it's just the way it goes. Yeah. There we go. And now we will get on to the last segment, which is... There's it, isn't it? Yeah. The last segment, which is my comment of the week. So my comment of the week comes from... Is it Big Wooders? Or Big Wood RZ? Or Brian W, as your name is on the thing. There's Jono. Please speak in full for us oldies. POV, ASMR, as an example. It means absolutely zero to us, even after Googling the aforementioned terms. Well, I abbreviate because that's what everyone else does. POV is simply point of view, so if I do a POV video, it means I have the camera on my face pointing out, so you can literally see what my eyes see. That's what POV stands for, point of view. It's simple as that. Yeah, so if I do a POV video, it just means I have a camera on my face looking out. It's actually I got a baseball cap with a mount on it, and I have the camera. So the camera's about here, so sometimes everything's a little bit high. So ideally, you'd want one about here, but it would be in the way of my eyes to actually see what I'm doing. So we don't want that really. Ideally, you want it around your sort of nose or mouth area, but I don't want anything there when I'm driving because it will just get in my way. So I've got a baseball cap with a camera. And the other term is ASMR, so I take it you're referring to my other channel, which is ASMR Trucking. Well, ASMR, if you bear with me a second. So ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. So ASMR is essentially when sounds and that give you a feeling of nostalgia, or it's when something makes a nice sound and it makes the hairs and your arms and the back of your neck stand up, and it sort of makes you it's like a relaxing sound, anything relaxing, something like that. So definitely not my voice. For me as a child, it was always my mum blow drying her hair. Used to send me to sleep. Even now, if I'm in the bedroom and Lena's using the hairdryer and that, it knocks me out, it sends me to sleep. And that's what ASMR is. It's a sound that soothes you, or gives you the release of endorphins and makes you feel nice or nostalgic and stuff like that. That's pretty much what ASMR is. So my channel ASMR Trucking is actually about noises of trucks. So if you like rumbly diesel engines and stuff like that, so by all means check out my other channel ASMR Trucking. It's only a small channel, and to be honest, it's for my own gratification. So I'm not expecting to do well on that channel. It's literally there for me to store videos to enjoy for myself. Yeah, so if there's any other terms I use and you're not sure of, by all means ask. So yeah, that's it for this week. If you want to ask questions for next week's video, remember I've already got 2, so we only need a few more to fill up next week's. So by all means ask away a question. Doesn't have to be about trucking, can be about anything, can be about my car, personal life. Whatever you want to ask, I will try and answer it, unless it gets a bit too personal. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure there's a line somewhere. I don't have many lines in my life. Yeah. It's usually me stepping over the lines, that's the problem. So, yeah. By all means, leave a comment. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my debrief. And I will see you in tomorrow's video, Monday. Which, check out my video tomorrow, 6 PM. Because that is the first video in my well, I say brand new truck. Not brand new, is it? New to me truck. So if you want to see the video of my new truck, that is tomorrow. So please check that out. Go nuts. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Leave comments. The more you interact, the more my videos get pushed out to other people. And the bigger my channel will grow. And I don't know. The more I can probably do. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, take it easy. Look after yourselves. Drive safely. Thanks for trucking around and joining us. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.